Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on the Highlands fishing DLC. Okay, so just finishing off the rolling of this field. The helper's been working on it and it's done most of the middle part. I'm just going to finish the headlands off and then that will be all the rolling done in this one. Just going to check to see if we've got any more fields to roll after this. I think there was one, was there? Or not? No, there wasn't. But we've got some spraying to do. Forgot about the spraying, yes. So when we finish the rolling we'll do some spraying of the herbicide, spraying off the weeds in these two fields with herbicide. So that's one of them there in front. That's what was an onion field, which I got replanted with canola, was it? I think. Yes, basically the two canola fields need spraying. This is obviously a wheat field now. This was a canola field last year, or for this harvest. Now it is a wheat field for next year, and then the wheat field that will be going to onions, I think. And I'm hoping to buy field 36, but we'll see on that before next harvest. It does currently have a crop of cotton in there, which is, like I've said before, unusual for Scotland, or unheard of, I probably should say. Yes, you wouldn't get a cotton crop growing like that in Scotland, but yeah, that's what is in it at the moment. So I'm either going to have to wait for that to be harvested by the current owner, or I'm just going to have to cultivate that in before. What I'd like to do, I think, is probably wait for that to be sorted out and re-drill with a crop, and then I'll buy it after it's been re-drilled by the AI. But if it may not happen like that, I may have to do it myself. I'll just remind myself how much it actually is. Oh yeah, if we do one more contract for Walter, we'll get a 35% discount, which is the maximum I've got it set to, which means it'll be around about 200,000. So we can't quite afford it anyway at the moment, but if I make a bit more money I will be able to afford that, and we will be making more money very soon because we've got quite a lot of stuff to sell in the next few months. We've got the canola in November. We've got the some of the products that we've been producing out of the onions. Got quite a few onion products to sell. Then of course the SAWMILL products are going to keep coming in, so they'll be sold at the castle. And also at the castle there'll be the stone products as well, which I've just started production of by leasing the quarry and also the stonemasons. So that's all happening at the moment, and in a few months' time we'll be able to sell them and get some good money coming in again, and continue the castle production, of course. So yeah, lots happening, but just not quite at the moment. Lots planned for the future though. But yeah, for now it is just a case of getting this field finished rolling and spray the other two fields with the herbicide, and then after I've done that we will look at possibly doing another contract for Walter, just to try and get the maximum discount for that field, and then I'll know exactly how much I need to spend on it, and I'll know what to aim for with the money. Of course, it's not sensible to spend all the money on one field, because I might need the money for other things like seed, fertiliser, herbicide, fuel, servicing and stuff like that. In fact, yeah, this tractor, either the tractor or the roller, does need servicing. It's quite low on the repair bar. Not too bad, but it is getting a bit low, so that does need doing. Yeah, so there's lots of expenses, so I'll just be a bit careful not to spend all the money at once, but I would like to save up for that field. I'm hoping basically the aim is by next harvest I will have that field. I'll own it. What crop will be in there I don't know yet, but we'll see. Depends if the AI plants it before I get a chance to buy it or not. Or I might even potentially harvest the cotton, although that would be a bit weird in this area of the world, but we'll see. Anyway, yep, I'll just continue this rolling, get this finished, and then we'll move on to the spraying. Okay, so that's the first field sprayed. Just to get a bit more fertilizer, herbicide though, there is a contract here which we could do. So let's borrow the items for that one. It's another Walter one, so that means we'll get the 35% I was talking about earlier. Borrow the items there, and then yeah, we got a bonus IBC of herbicide there, which we should be able to get some back from once we finish the contract. We shouldn't use it all, so especially if it's got the spot spraying, which I don't have at the moment, but if this sprayer does have it, I can't actually tell if it does. I don't think it does actually, which is a shame, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll just go and get this contract done and then bring the rest of this herbicide back, and that will fill my sprayer up a bit more, and then I'll go and spray my last field, and that'll be all the spraying done for today. And we'll get the bonus of having a 35% discount on that field for Walter, so that'll be really good. Maximum discount on that one for when we actually come to buy it in a few episodes, I would have thought. I don't know exactly when we're going to buy it, if at all, but it'll probably be in a few episodes, I would have thought. We'll see. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to head up to that field now. It's not too far away. Field 26, it's just down here. I'll go over there, get that sprayed, and then I'll go and get my final field spray, which is the smaller of the two. I've done my big one now, so the small field still needs doing. Let's just check the map where I'm actually going here. Field 26, yeah, you can get to it from going up this track, I think. Not been to that one before, I don't think. It's up here, and then to the left. And we go around the back of 28, and that should bring me out to 26. So, yep, I'll head up there now, get that one done, and then go and do my last field. All done. So that was working out really well actually. We've managed to get a free pallet or IBC of herbicide there. Got all my fields spread without any additional cost, which was nice. And actually got, well, if I collect the money, we'll actually get paid for the contract as well. Let's go to collect. There we go. So we got what was that? 4,500. Yep, pretty good. Now I got a couple of notifications to say the spawn area for the wool was full, so better move these pallets out of the way. Let's get these cleared. That actually didn't take too long to fill, actually, considering we don't have that many sheep. So we'll get these cleared away, and that'll leave space for some more to spawn before the spring. It would be good to get the wool processed actually would make more money if we could get it processed into fabric, but of course there isn't that much at the moment, so probably isn't worth it just at the moment, but maybe in the future, once the sheep pen's full and they're all at full capacity, doing full productivity, producing more wool, then that might be something to consider for the future. But I think at the moment I want to invest my money into a new field, so that's what I'm going to aim towards. Had to bring the water bowser back, of course, because the cows needed more water again. So yeah, we've got two things that need water and they're nowhere near each other, so it's not ideal. That could do with two water bowsers really, one in each area, but at the moment we'll also have to keep moving that one between the two areas. Okay, so that's done. Let's just check on everything. So the cow should be good for water now. Yep, that's full. And the production, I did fill the production before I left the quarry, but it doesn't. Well, I don't know how. I'll have to keep an eye on that and see how long that takes to go down. I noticed that before I set this to distributing, there was another pallet that spawned, so that one needs moving to the stonemasons. It is on distributing now, but yeah, there's one there still which needs to be moved. Next time that way on with some sort of flatbed trailer or something to move it with, I'll need to get that taken over there, if I remember to do that. Right, okay, so what's next then? I think the sawmill could probably do with a bit more wood. I was wondering whether it was worth doing a tree deadwood contract and bringing the wood back from that or not. I'm not really sure whether that's worthwhile or not. It depends if there's a contract nearby really. I don't want to be taking the miles, but if there's one close by I could do that. Deadwood, where is that? Oh, is it at the top? No, there it is, there we go. Okay, so that one, yeah, that one is nearby actually. That could be worth doing. Shouldn't take too long. I don't need to borrow the items, I'll just accept the contract. And how many trees was that to cut down? 6 trees, and then we can bring them straight to the sawmill, which is not too far away. So yeah, I'll head over there with the winch. I'll need to bring the winch with me. So use the New Holland, it's got a bit more power, and I'll go and cut those deadwood trees if I can find them, and drag them back into the sawmill, and we'll get some free wood then. Excellent, okay, so let's get that contract completed. It's not going to be a huge amount of money, 1,350, but it's better than nothing. And the most important thing was that I got some free wood there, completely filled the sawmill, and brought another tree back as well, just to keep that going for a few more days, maybe. But yeah, that'll keep that sawmill going for a bit. Right, okay, how are we going to finish off the episode then? I think what we'll do is, I noticed there's a couple of more contracts that were of interest, these 2 hoeing contracts. So what I'll do is I'll borrow the equipment for one and then get them both done together. Get that one accepted as well. And then I'll get the helper to go and do those, get it to drive straight to the field, and get those 2 contracts done. So yeah, we just need one hoe and 1 tractor, and then we can get both jobs done. So I will get that going on a helper, and in the meantime, once I've got it set up, I will go and do a bit more fishing, I think, because I haven't done that for a while, and I do actually make some reasonable money from doing the fishing when you get the bonus for putting stuff back, or yeah, when you catch rubbish as well. You also get a bonus, but yeah, if you drop the fish back in the sea, you actually eventually get a bonus for doing a certain number. So I'm not guaranteeing I'll make any money today, but it does add up if you keep going with it. It does help. Okay, so which was the closer of the 2 fields? 12, I would say, probably. So we'll get that going on a job. So let's create a job, target position into this field here, and then obviously when that's finished we'll go and do the other one as well. Hopefully it'll go. Okay, it can't do that one. Is that because the field's not on a road? Possibly. It doesn't want to drive on this track. Maybe I'll just drive it to the field then. Probably easier. I'll drive the tractor to the field, then I'll go and do some fishing on a time lapse and come back to you once I've done a bit of that. Okay, that's the first contract finished, the hoeing contract finished anyway. The next one is just about to be started on the helper again. Let's get the gates opened. I think that's why it wasn't working actually when I did the other one. I think it's because the gates were shut. I think it couldn't work out how to go through the gates, which is fair enough. I need to open them for it, so that's probably why it wouldn't go. But yeah, we're here at the second one now. So once again, I'll get that going on a helper, and that can start this job. I think what we'll do probably is end the episode here, and then come back next time. We'll get this finished off, and yeah, then we'll collect both the jobs. Is this the one, out of interest, is this the one that's got the machine hired, or is it the other one? Let's just check that. It is, I think. Is that right? I don't want to return the machine though. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, lease cost on that one. That means this one can be collected then. That's good. Shouldn't lose the machine. Good. Okay, yeah. So almost 10,000 for the first one. And then yeah, this one will be slightly reduced because of obviously this is the one the machine came with. But even so, still pretty good. Right. Okay, and you'll have seen that I did a bit of fishing, and I did make £5,000 for collecting the trash, and also made a bit more progress towards throwing the fish back, which also gets a bonus. I don't know whether we can see the stats for that. The overall statistics on the fishing. So caught trash 26 in total. We got 5,000 for 20, so I'm not sure what the next milestone is where you get the money, but obviously 20 is one of them. And then the released fish is 27. Again, we got 5,000 for 20. That was a few episodes ago. Yeah, we should get another bonus for that at the next milestone, which will be more than 5,000 because it was 5,000 for 20. It was 1,000 for 10, I think. 5,000 for 20. And then, yeah, maybe 30, so maybe we're only 3 away. That would be good. Or maybe it's 40, who knows. But anyway, yeah, there is a bonus for doing that, so that's worth doing. But yeah, like I say, that'll be me finished for today, and I'll resume this next time. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.